Hey, Shalom, Markins, Rakam, Pashim, Jimis, London, giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem, Chachwadash. Want to give double honors unto the elders, the apostles of GMS, and Shalom out there to the whole for the expression of truth and all sincerity. Back again with another video. Just a quick one. Got this article here from the Independent, and it states here nearly half of U.S. tap water contains forever chemicals. Now, brothers that are familiar with this, you already know what this is about. But for those you don't, right? Forever chemicals is a man-made chemical or substance, okay, that they use to make non-stick pans with, right? Which Brother Cowboy, he be going into that a lot of late. He be making a lot of, well, not just specifically about that, but he's been making videos, you know, talking about that and the DuPont family, making making bank off all these cancerous chemicals, and and basically just having it being sold in masses in all different types of things, not just cooking wear, but cat jackets and all kinds of shit, right? Uh, Making money of something that's killing people, you know, and they say all this water waste that these factories and all the chemical waste that they dump into the waters and that, man, people are drinking it, man. You know what I'm saying? Just it ain't just in your cookware; it makes up your water too, especially in the US, right? But yeah, they're supposedly doing or done some research and they found out this, right? Half of the US taps waters contain forever chemicals. And we've seen it over the years, people be talking about their water, their water supplies, yeah, when they live by close to these factories and that, how polluted their water is, and no one seems to be giving a damn. They're telling local authorities and whatever, and no one seems to be doing shit about it. I see one time, man, they they were able to set the fucking water on fire because of the shit that's in it, man. And it's coming out all dirty and murky and shit. These people, they ain't got clean water, man. And this is supposed to be America, man. The first world and the pinnacle of nations, man. And yet these men can't even have clean water. It's like them, man. In Africa and shit, man. That they need help. You know what I'm saying? But Esau, he knows what he do. He just raping the earth. He raping the people. He destroying the people. Killing the people, making them sick, and he got a whole medical industry that he's making money off, man. Cheating you with fucking chemo and shit. So Esau's the devil, man. He knows exactly what he's doing. He knows that shit won't never safe, but he get to make money out of it and destroy the people at the same time. So this stuff's coming out now. It says urban areas exposed to the chemical substances in urban areas more exposed to the chemical substances in drinking water, right? So I'm gonna read a little bit of this and grab some scriptures, man. Right, it says nearly half the tap water in the United States contains one or more forever chemicals, which are linked to health issues like infertility and cancer. And what's there's been trends, right? You keep up in trends, right? For fertility is going down. Okay, uh, the potency of sperm in men and testosterone in men, that's on a decline. It's been on a decline, sharp decline, right? It's lower than it's ever fucking been, in a short amount of time. It's because of all these chemicals that are in our foods and in our waters and shit, man. Okay, it's killing us. It's killing, our body, man. Okay, that's why we're all so fucked up, and everyone's is dependent on medications and shit. They're over fucking weight, whatever the case may be, man. They're ill, they're sick, and Esau's making them sick, through his bullshit, right? So at least 45% of the nation's tap water is impacted. The U.S. Geological Survey, the country's largest water, earth, and biological science and civilian mapping agency, said on Wednesday. It says while there are more than 12,000 types of per and polyfluorinated alcohol substances, okay, well, or PFAs in existence, not all can be detected with current testing, right? So there's so much shit in your food and your water that you just don't know about, man. And the FDA, they approved this and approved that, and this shit still ain't fucking safe, man. They would, what was they talking about the other day? I think there was researching aspartame, right? That sweetener, that man-made sweetener shit, right? And they deemed it to be, or thinking it could be linked to cancer and shit. But you approved it. You already approved. You were meant to do all that, testing beforehand. Oh, it's safe. And every drink product has got fucking sweeteners in it now, because they've been told sugar's bad and you need to get rid of sugar out of your fucking diet because you're overweight. No, you're overweight because of bad diet. Yeah, and it don't help that what these companies sell to you, man, is just full of shit. Right? Too much sugar, too much of this, too much of that. It's just loaded full of shit and numbers and mystery chemical compounds and shit. Yeah, and you make that shit cheap, right? So most everybody can afford it, right? But you all get supposedly organic stuff, because it's coming out also that your organic shit ain't really organic. So you're out here fucking up everybody's diet, giving them bad information, lifestyles, and all this kind of shit. You've been doing it for fucking years, man. And you're just killing the people, man. You're making them sick. I say Esau's not stupid. He's not stupid. He ain't stupid. Right? He knows exactly what he's doing, but he acts like he's a fool. Or we just didn't know. Or we have to do more research and find out this. No, you already fucking knew. This is cities and locations close to the potential sources of PFAS where most contaminated. Read that again, Slakia. So cities and locations close to the potential sources of PFAS were most contaminated by the chemicals found in a glut of everyday products, from takeout containers to non-stick cookware and firefighting foam. Right? This is the most exposed regions included the Great Plains, Great Lakes, Eastern Seaboard, and central and southern parts of California. The study found, according to USGS, the probability of PFAS not being in tap water is around 75% in rural areas and around 25% in urban areas. All right, so urban areas is you Jake areas, right? You Jake are suffering because that's where they set up their fucking factories and shit. Around poor people, right? In the rurals and the sticks and stuff, man. These Edomites and that, man, they don't really stand for that shit because they know the complications that brings, or the negative impacts it has. But Jake ain't got a voice, so they just set up, and Jake don't know shit. So they just set up shit with, around Jake, and it's Jake that gets affected by it. That's why we're the most sickly people on the planet. Why we're all fucking obese and shit. Esau obese too, man. But Esau don't give a shit about his own people either, man. Right, it says exposure to certain levels of PFAS may lead to decreased fertility or increased higher blood pressure in pregnant women. All right, which is a condition, they call it preeclampsia, man. When you have a higher blood pressure during pregnancy, and it can affect the child, and kill the child, make you have a miscarriage and shit. So yeah, it's attacking your reproductive systems, man. Right. So the chemical substances are also linked to development effects in children and increased risk of some cancers, including prostate, kidney, and testicular. Cancer's always on the fucking rise, man. Why is this? It's this devil. It's these Edomites, man. This so-called white man with all his fucking science shit. Right? He claiming, he think he's smart, but he causing nothing but fucking irregularities and cancers on the earth, man. Killing people. Says research is ongoing to other potential health impacts. PFAS are known as forever chemicals due to the length of time they take to break down in the environment. Long ass time. Okay. I need to read that. All right, so that's the point, man. And like I said, it's this devil, man. It's Esau, Edom, okay, the so-called white man who's responsible for all of this, right? And his greed and his profiteering, right? He don't care who it affects, who it damages, man. As long as he can make money out of it, and take some more. He don't give a shit. Okay, all you people out here, disposable. All right. I'm gonna get this from Revelation chapter 11, verse 18. It says, and the nations were angry, and their wrath is come, and the time of the dead that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants the prophets and to the saints, and them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth, right? The earth is in a very sad state, a very destroyed and messed up, sick state, man, under the rulership of these devils, right? The wicked, right? Job 9:24 tells you the earth here, right? The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the face of the judges thereof, if not where and who is he, right? Esau is in charge of the planet, man. It's been given into the hand of the wicked. Right? This isn't the kingdom of heaven, man. This place is fucked up. It's wicked as hell. It's full of confusion, you know, evil in this place. Right? And Esau's the one promoting it all, doing it all in the earth. Right? So he's destroying the earth. He's destroying the earth and all life on it. Right? But the Most High is going to destroy him. Right? He's going to destroy him for all this madness. All right? This is Isaiah 24 verse 5. It says, the earth is also defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, right? He don't stick to the laws, man. He ain't interested in keeping the laws. He ain't interested in doing things safely or ethically. You know, even though he got ethics boards set up and to make it look like, oh, he cares about ethics. He cares about how this affects this and how this affects that. You don't give a damn, man. That's all for show. Man's testing shit on monkeys and fucking makeup and shit. You know what I mean? Just fucking destroying things, man. For shit we don't need. There's better ways to do things, man. But Esau don't give a damn, man. You know, he wants to industrialize shit. So he just mass produces shit and, you know, made plastics now because the clay pots weren't good enough. The glass weren't good enough. Now we need to make plastics and now we got a fucking plastic issue. You know? He develops things that destroy people and destroy this planet. And this earth has never been in such a bad state. Under rulership of these other heathens, man, they weren't doing this type of shit, man, that was affecting everything on the earth, you know? But Esau does. He affects the whole fucking earth with his shit. That's why you got fucking islands of plastic floating around the oceans and shit, man. You know? Got all this madness going on. Because of him. Right? And they're just so wasteful too. Just throwing shit out all the time. Just junk everywhere, man. Space junk. You know what I mean? Just fucking throwing shit everywhere, man. Alright? It says, the earth is also defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws. Because the law, you know, he sets you on the right path, man, to do things right. Or because, you know, if it harms you, you know, if it harms your brother, you ain't gonna do that. But like I said, he's not give a damn about his own brothers. You know, he don't give a damn about humanity and the people on it and how it affects them. He don't, right? So they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, and broken the everlasting covenant. Therefore have the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left, right? So like I said, there's all disease and shit in the earth, man. This place is in a bad way. All right. Pardon me. Let's have a look quickly. I'll read verse 3 here. It says, the land shall be utterly emptied and utterly spoiled, for the Lord has spoken this word. The earth mourneth and fadeth away. Okay, it's like I say, you know, it's been overworked, being pumped full of chemicals, man. Right? Got fucking nuclear waste sitting in it, in the ground, in the ocean, in the air. It's just sick, man. Everything's sick. The still doesn't do land sabbaths and stuff, man. It doesn't get to heal. What it produces is bullshit. You know, it's got fucking GMO shit growing in it, pesticides and all this bollocks. You know what I mean? He's killing the planet, man. Okay, and killing the people, because you are what you eat, right? What you eat and drink, that shit's in you, man. And everything's polluted. All right. The earth mourneth and fadeth away. The world languisheth and fadeth away. The haughty people of the earth do languish. All right. Right. Ezekiel 4:13 says this. This is and the Lord said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles. Right. Our food is completely polluted, man. Completely defiled. And even though you do your best to eat right, you know, try and stay away from certain things, man, it's unavoidable. It really is, man. It's unavoidable, man, because Esau's affected everything. Nothing is how it should be. You know, you try to do right, but to do right costs more. Weirdly enough, right? Things that grow out of the earth are naturally organic, but you got to pay for more for organic. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, you think you're buying healthier, you go in the extra bit, paying an extra bit more money, thinking that you're getting something better, and you ain't. This place is a fucking scam. It's a con, and he's so conning everybody, man, making you believe that you're making these right choices and all this and that. You know, but you're still getting sick, and that's why you could be fit and healthy, man. You could be in the gym every fucking day, man, but your heart gonna stop soon. You know, because there's imbalances in your body, man. You're not even fucking aware of, man. People are dying early and shit, and you know they're relatively fit. You know, especially after the stabbing jab. You know, people are just dropping dead now. You know, their bodies are weak. You know, and like I said, Esau out here doing all that shit, right? So yeah, we have bred the defiled among these nations, man. Right? This is Second Ezra chapter 50, verse 6. I might as well read through. I'm gonna read from verse 5. It says, Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. Right, these devils, these Edomites are tools for the end times, right? They're here to bring this death and destruction on the planet, you know, this plague. They are part of that plague. Right, the Most High is causing them to do these things, man. Because ultimately, it's a judgment from the Heavenly Father, man. You know, even though Esau's, you know, the one behind it, or he, you know, he believes he's in control. It's the Most High that's making them move in that way to justify their destruction. All right. So the Most High is the one pulling the strings, causing this world to be in its worst state that's ever been under these devils, man. All right. As a plague against the people. It says, for wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth. Right? Wickedness is everywhere, and Esau out here promoting all kinds of madness. You know. So the whole earth and the hurtful works are fulfilled. Right? Therefore saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, right? And that's speaking about the Lord's elect. All right? And the souls of the just complain continually, because we're fed up with this place, man. Okay, this place vexes our soul. Like Lot was vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked. Okay, why was it with the inhabitants of Sodom and Gomorrah, you know? And this is the same place, man. This is just on steroids. This place is on steroids, man. Okay? It weren't, you know, was it 5 cities around Sodom? Okay, it weren't no little 5 cities, man. This is the global thing that's occurring right now. Wickedness has exceedingly polluted the whole earth. Right? This is Sodom and Gomorrah on steroids. Right? And this place is nothing but a vexation of spirit. You know? This is and therefore, verse 9, and therefore saith the Lord, I will surely avenge them and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt, right? And we're in this new modern day Egypt, man, beginning with the land of America. Right? That's why, you know, you got the dollar, you got the pyramid on the back of the dollar bill, man. Okay, that place is spiritual Sodom and Egypt, as the scriptures say. Okay, that is the new land of our captivity, the main place of our captivity, where all the tribes are, all the tribes of Israel are, right? So the Lord is bringing great judgment against that land, the land of America, right? It says, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm and smite Egypt with plagues as before. So Mosiah fucked up with the, you know, fucked up with their water and their food supplies, and, you know, gave them, plagues and death, right? Locusts and all kinds of things. And these things are affecting the world today, right? The Lord has been bringing judgment. Okay, using these devils to bring forth that judgment, you know, all this evil. So when the time comes, the Most High got a great judgment against Esau, you know, for doing all these things. And, you know, he playing along, man. He happy to do it, you know, because he don't give a damn. He ain't got no empathy or sympathy for nobody, man. Right? All he cares is about his power and his ability to take and possess more, possess the greater, to take from others. That's all he's concerned about, man. Right? It says Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that God shall send upon it. Right? So, you know, people are under that effect. Where things are going to get worse. You know, pursuant to Daniel chapter 12, verse 1, you know, we're going to be going into a time like there's, you know, never been, a time of trouble like there's never been. Because there's going to be a whole lot of shit wrong in the earth, man. Bad. Okay, dire. It's like a part of me, right? Really kind of wanted to finish on that one, but, you know, like I said, you devils are in power, man, and you're the ones, you know, making the earth as bad as it is. Okay, because like I said, these nations before you weren't doing what you were doing, man. Right? Actually, I can finish on this one, right? So I'm gonna go here first. Maccabees chapter 1 verse 9 says, and after his death they all put on crowns, right? This is the death, after the death of Alexander the so-called great, okay, who was an Edomite, okay, a relative of you so-called white people, man, you Edomites, right? Because Esau is also known as the wicked, right? And it says this: after his death they all put on crowns upon themselves, you know, his generals, his 4 generals that were close with him. So did their sons after them many years, right? So they became like a what do you call it, man? Like a monarchy kind of thing. It was you know, their sons, their family that automatically took the crown over, took control and power. Okay, it wasn't elections like we have today. It's, you know, it went in succession. You know, so they put themselves up as the kings and rulers, right? Their family lines, right? So did their sons after them many years, and evils were multiplied on the earth, right? So from these family lines, either Edomonic family lines, man, evils multiplied in the earth, man. You know, because their hubris got too great. And then so they started murdering each other, fighting each other, man, trying to take control of each other's possessions and lands or whatever, trying to set themselves up as God and all that kind of stuff. You know, fucking with our people, man. They was just going mad, drunk on power, man. You know, evils were multiplied in the earth, trying to you know, influence others to follow their ways, to worship them. You know, to be homos and all this kind of madness. They were doing all of that, man. Same thing they're doing today. They're going around the world and forcing people to you know, accept their way of living, trying to bribe them, trying to destroy them from the inside, you know, setting up puppet leaders and shit. They're doing the same thing now, you know. Where was it? All right. So this is from 2nd Ezra chapter 14. We're going to end it with this, right? And you know, Ezra was inquiring of the Lord about the times we were living in and how much time was left and all the evil that was going on at the time and the condition of his people or our people, the Israelites, right? And the Most High said this to him. This is verse 16, or the angel, you know, said this to him. It says, for yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter. Right? So, you know, worse than what was going on in that time, okay, was going to happen, you know, worse stuff was going to happen in the future, okay? And we're here now. And shit is worse than it's ever been. Right? It's worse than it's ever been, man. And these Edomites are right at the helm, man. Okay? These Edomites are at the helm of that. So for yet great evils than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter. For look how much the world shall be weaker through age. Right? Like I said, this earth is in a weakened state, and it's not given what, you know, the best that it can, because it's not being treated right, man. Okay, all the blood spill, all the, I mean, all the you know, the missed land stabbers is not getting its time to rest and to heal. right? And I said in this modern day, all the chemicals that's being pumped into it, it's just not performing, man. Okay, it's dying, as well as the people on it. It's dying. You know, it's weak. It says for look how much the world should be weaker through age, so much more shall evils. So much the more shall evils increase upon them that dwell therein. For the time is fled far away, and leasing is at hard at hand. For now hasteth the vision to come which thou hast seen. All right, so yeah, so we're living in a time which is worse than any other time, man. The world is in a darker place than it at any point in time. Okay, under the rule of these Edomites, man. Okay, and it's going to bring forth that Daniel chapter 12 verse 1. Right, but it's going to end in Esau's destruction, a great destruction, for all the evils he's brought into this world. You know, and all the damage he's done. All right, but like I said, all this, you know, the shameful spirit, man, all this stuff's coming out, man. They act like they never knew about it. You know, trying to play coy and innocent, man. Oh, well, okay, didn't know. Oh, we're gonna try and fight this now. We're gonna try and make it right. This guy's just the devil, man. He's a deceiver, in it. So he gonna play that role. All right. People have been complaining for this shit about for years. But anyway, I'm gonna end it there, man. So Lord willing, this is edifying, and I'll catch you brothers and sisters on the next video. So the next time I say shalom.